the naked truth with the awesome, best voice ever, Mr. Paul Ramsey.
All right.
And he is frozen. No, he's not. So what we're doing today, guys, is we are trying to see what features are in Google Meet and how they compare with Zoom, specifically for meetings and also live streaming, as I do usually. And since we're talking about live streaming and since we're talking about the stuff that I do, if you want to learn what I do in a simpler way, shameless promotion in the middle at the beginning, is come on to viralconnectivity.com/StreamYard 101, and we'll show you how to stream everywhere, kind of like we're doing, give you an audience, 30 topics to talk about, and then you can pick which software you want. Actually, you can't, because I'm going to be teaching you StreamYard. So let's talk about in meeting, Zoom versus Google Meet. First of all, Mr. Paul Ramsey, what is your initial response? What do you think?
First of all, since you asked, and I'm so glad you asked, what I really wish is that Google Meet would create a product called Google Meat, MEAT, where they would just send barbecue to your house. I think that would be much better than them getting back into all this rigmarole with stuff that they abandoned. But since we don't have Google Meet, where they send some awesome sausages to your house for your party, we'll just focus on Google Meet. So it's when it first came on, I was struck immediately by how crisp and clear the first window was. And then you used your other stuff and it changed the resolutions and stuff. It looks not as good as when I first came in. So I'd be interested to see what happens when you're using it sort of raw, for a better term, like when you're just in Google Meet, because it looked super crisp and vivid when I first got in.
It could also be that, you know, as people are joining in, it kind of like reduces the quality of the video.
Okay. All right.
But to me, you look crisp.
It doesn't look bad right now. It doesn't look bad, but it's just interesting. It's definitely different than Zoom. I mean, when I'm looking at my whole window here, there's little stuff tucked up in the corner and a much smaller, you know, your like picture-in-picture window of yourself that's always there, like the smallest one I've ever seen.
Yeah, because you have to, this one, I think, so if you click on the side, it goes away, and then you can see the people that are joining us. So speaking of joining us, guys, if you want to join us and test Google Meet in person, with us, this is a place. Just go to viralconnectivity.com/live. You can hop in and kind of get the experience of what Google is doing in real time with us. So viralconnectivity.com/live, and you will be joining us right here with Stuart on this side. Now, if you're looking at this, we have different options here. You know, you can present your screen, your entire screen, your window right here. If you click on this right now, you can have captions on, which is funny to me because I don't know how they're going to do that live. There you go. Caption has been turned on.
Let's see.
Let's see what happens.
If we just talk like this, it's doing it.
It's actually writing the captions.
It's working. Come on, that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
It's actually writing the cat. That's not what I said.
No, that's what it thinks I said. Now let's see. Google Meet. Google Meet. Come on.
She sells seashells by the seashore.
Oh, dude. It actually said Google Meet.
That's nice.
Yes.
All right, so that's a cool feature.
Who can pronounce it? Who has an accent?
That's true. Well done.
That is so cool. So, but what's really nice about this is that it's doing it with the speakers. So it's actually showing the speaker who is saying.
Right, which is like true closed captioning.
That is pretty cool.
It's identifying speaker. I like that. I think in terms of, again, especially for like meetings and honoring different levels of accessibility in people, I think that's great.
It's really nice. So
what about this change layout button?
What's that?
What about this change layout button?
So if we're clicking right here, right?
Yeah.
We have change layout, and we're going to switch a layout to this one. And now we're seeing both of you. And Stuart, let's see. So here's one of the challenges. There's no support, like really is support for managing people. So if I need to unmute you, Stuart, I think I can't do it from here.
Can't do it.
I have to come here, here, and here. No, I can't unmute you. Can you unmute yourself? You cannot?
I'm just going to keep interjecting with words that I want to see get on the closed caption. So I'm going to say that I'm flabbergasted. I did it. Yeah. All right.
So that didn't work. So if I'm changing the layout to spotlight, you are the spotlight. And it just says that Stuart is also here. And the chat, I don't know why you can't unmute yourself. Or why I cannot unmute you. That is kind of like a bummer. I can remove you. I can pin you. But I cannot unmute you. So maybe Stuart leave and come back? I don't know. So these are the options. So we have different layouts. We have a full screen. So I can get out of browser mode and just see everything there. I can turn captures on and off. I can use a phone to call. So Stuart, do you want to call us on the phone? See? Oh, I can call. Meet calls your phone so you can use it to listen and speak the video call. So actually, we're calling you from within within the software. You're not calling into the software, which is interesting.
Wait, so can you literally right from there? Can you call Stuart?
Yeah, let's see. Oh, so there's
because
call
that
me,
would be really.
and there's dial in. Yeah, so you can go. So guys, if you're watching us right now and you don't want to jump in, but you want to jump in with your phone, try this. 409-420-8215 and enter this PIN number and you'll join our call because I see you watching. So if you want to talk and not be on video, try this one.
Now, this is interesting. I'm looking at you broadcasting that, and on my real-time window, it's giving me a totally different phone number and a totally different PIN number. Huh. So I could have someone dial in to me, which would then put them with you. You know what I'm saying? That gets kind of...
What's your phone number?
When I clicked on the meeting details, I have joining info, and it says 1-575-587-5917 with a PIN number that's 281-886-876#.
All right, so you put that in the, and let's see, Stuart, do you want to, you can, oh, you're on mobile.
He's on mobile.
So maybe drop out and back in, and then we're not going to unmute you and see. Google is using us for beta again. Yeah, we're beta testing Google Meet.
Wouldn't this be, does Zoom, I know you can call in on a phone to Zoom,
yes,
but Zoom doesn't promote it in the real-time experience like this, right? Like you don't have a thing you can click on that lives a little pop-up window like this Meet thing is doing right now.
Oh, so only the host has it, but the fact that you have it as an attendee, that is the interesting part, right?
Well, so it's really cool if you wanted to do like a call-in show, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so guys, if you're watching us and you want to actually call in and test it out with us, do that. I'm going to give you the number again. Let's see, what is the number again? Phone. So the number again is this. If you guys want to join us and hop on in. Oh, there you go. Ta-da! Who joined us? Oh, that's you joined us. But I can't hear you. Can I hear you? Let's see.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Look at that. I'm in place for once. And
yours was crazy.
You sound fantastic.
Yay. I know. I usually do sound fantastic.
But I mean like I sound the way coming out of the computer that people sound when they call in to talk shows and stuff. But you sound like we're just on the phone talking.
Okay, so now speaking now. Let's see. I'm gonna hear you only from the phone.
You're going to hear me only from the phone?
Yep, because I muted your, because I heard you twice. You were echoing, so now I hear you
Yeah.
from just the phone. Yeah, you sound good.
So here's the crazy thing. I'm still echoing on mine.
Right, because you are with your phone and your, if you mute, well, if you reduce your, if you
So
mute
you
your
muted me
speakers.
for you, but you didn't mute me for the whole experience.
Right. So ideally, Paul, you would be on in a different room, right? You're not going to be on like you're either going to be on a video or you're going to be on the phone, right? So you're not going to be next to each other, right?
Right.
So that's why. So because you are on the phone and on Zoom and on Meet. Okay, now try to unmute yourself. Can you unmute yourself?
Unmute myself?
You did.
Now, see, but here's the crazy thing. So again, though, it's like because I was a co-host, I had a whole separate phone number, so
No,
when
you
you
weren't a
muted
co-host.
me,
I did not bring you in
you
as a
didn't?
co-host. No.
So
No,
do you
just
think
a
if we
user.
had 10 people in the meeting, there would be 10 phone numbers and any of them could pull someone in on the phone?
That's what I'm thinking. So Stuart's
adamantly shaking his head. No, this is
No?
coming from the guy who can't even unmute himself. I'm highly skeptical. Okay.
So
You're number one in my book too, Stuart. Oh, it wasn't that finger. Okay.
we don't know what Stuart is doing because I can't
Stuart's
see
having
him.
a rough day. Look, he's doing a lot of pantomiming, a lot of head shaking.
I can't see him for some reason. Okay, let's
You
see.
can't see him? I can see him.
No, I don't see his video. Let's see.
Oh wait, but then he's hitting us in the chat here.
Yeah, but I don't. Stuart, why don't I see your video?
I can see him if I
See my screen. There you go. Here you are. Okay. And we cannot unmute you.
We need more people in this thing is what we really need to start testing it at some next level like stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How about now?
Oh, hallelujah.
There's only about 3 or 4 different confusing ways of controls here. So my apologies, guys. And I was doing my best with American Sign Language, which I do not know. So I reverted back to Yurok Indian, and you don't know that.
Yeah, that happens.
So now you know that you can join on the phone and you can join on a computer. And hey, Juan, do you want to try? He's watching us on YouTube. Do you want to try calling in and see what happens when you have a little bit more people? Let me show you the number. This is the number. So 409-420, this one, 8215, and this is the P number. 970. Anyone who's watching us right now, I see you guys watching. Hop on in, either in video or in chat, and let's test this Google Meet thingy.
Do you think that's your meeting number all the time, or do you think it changes every time you start a meet?
It changes, cause yeah.
How do they generate all those phone numbers? That's an incredible amount of phone numbers in theory, isn't it? I heard we were getting lower and lower on phone numbers.
Are we?
I thought so, because we got a lot of people and businesses, and I don't know.
Yeah, but there was like an infinite. He has Streamyard. That's okay, but we don't need Streamyard right now, Juan. So if you want to help us figure out
on your phone, Juan.
Yeah.
Take one for the team here.
If you just want to hop in and see how that works, then
can you do this on StreamYard, Ifat? Can you call in on StreamYard?
No. So here's a few interesting things, right? So you can call in on Zoom. So we have two different. This is very important, right? So Zoom and Google Meet are kind of like functioning the same way, where the point is to bring people together to have a meeting in real time. That's it. That's the point. StreamYard is for streaming, and it allows you to bring 6 people in, so you can have a conversation with them while you're streaming, not in order to have working meetings or come-togethers or celebrations or whatever, right? So that is the biggest difference. Zoom can also stream into Facebook and YouTube, one at a time, I believe. And that makes it some kind of like a hybrid between Google Meet that does not stream and StreamYard that only streams. So Zoom is kind of like the middle point between these two softwares, and it has a lot more functionality because this one, I mean, aside from sharing your screen caption is pretty cool. But what else we see in there? I don't know. I don't know. And
What
it's
happened?
interesting, like your video is coming in and out. Oh, you're muted, Paul? ¿Qué pasó? Or you're just not saying anything?
I'm muted.
No, now you're fine.
Oh, I'm fine.
Maybe you didn't say
I'm fine.
anything.
You scare me.
Yeah, but so the other options. Let's just look at that. So the other options, we have report a problem, help if you need to, use phone to call someone. You have the captions that are pretty cool. You can change layouts, like we've seen, right? So we can put tile like Zoom. We can have a sidebar. People are showing up here on the side, and you can see them. This is the name of and you can have attachment. So I guess you can share files in Google Meet, as you can you in Zoom? No, you can't in Zoom. I don't believe so. So you can share files here, and then you can present your screen, a window or your entire screen.
When you change that format, I lost both of you. All I see is myself.
No one likes a criticizer, Stuart.
I'm reporting. I'm reporting results.
So when she did that, we just visually like disappeared.
So, but I shouldn't disappear for you because I changed the layout on my side, right? Paul, you can have whatever layout you want.
I can.
Yeah, go
doing it.
Go here and choose whatever layout.
Put like that. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody can have their own layout in Google thing. But there you go. Now you're pinned. Now you are not. Now you are pinned. Yeah. Yeah. What's your question, Mr. Paul?
Well, I'm just trying to figure out still like so when I just went to see and I checked out the layout that's like the 12 tile layout.
Yeah.
And supposedly that's what I'm in right now, but it's totally not doing it. It's just your live broadcast on my left
This is
and
what you see
Stuart
with the
on my
tile.
right.
You see? That's the tile.
That's not doing that for me. I don't know.
Well,
It's weird.
there's also a very cool extension that makes Google Meet like Zoom that has these tiles. I haven't installed it, but Google Meet Grid View it's called. So if you want to see, I haven't added it, but let's see if it's here.
You can put in Google Calendar attachments also?
Yeah, so this extension, Google Meet Grid View, is kind of like trying to make the whole Zoom experience-y thingy. You can add it to Chrome. I haven't, but I still have the...
Look how, did you notice how happy all those people were?
Oh,
They were
here?
really happy.
Yeah, because
Look
everybody
at it.
wants to be in a
Right?
Zoom meeting.
That's the bottom line, isn't it? When you're doing that, you just get happier.
Yep,
When you-
exactly. So this brings all three of us into one screen. Look at that.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, so I think in conclusion, what we can say is that, less functionality. It's browser based instead of an app. Where Zoom, you have to download an app and use it. In Google Meet, you only open your browser, you click your link, you give access to your camera and your microphone, and you're up and running. Less functionality, especially about hosting big meetings. Like imagine if someone is talking on Google Meet, now you have to go figure out who that person is and mute them. So there's no mass mute, mass unmute. You can share attachment, which you cannot do in Zoom. And
It doesn't really seem if like the mass mute function would be something you'd want to have if you were running a meeting. I'm really surprised by that it's not here.
Right. I agree.
Huh.
Totally agree. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe they have more functions in G Suite for these type of meetings because they can have a lot of people in G Suite, 250
How
or
many?
something like that. So, that might maybe
Frank,
G Suite
thought-
gets more functionality.
GFAT, I did have to download an app because I guess I wasn't signed into some sort of Google Buy My Entertainment thing. And so I had to download that, then go to the app.
Because you're on the mobile.
then
Yes,
go
on the
to
mobile you
Meet
have to have. On the mobile you have to have an app. Yeah.
How long are they going to let people have this for free? Have you heard?
Yes, September 30th. So get used to Meet, and then it's gonna disappear.
30 days.
Because they'll want to move you back to the paid,
Yeah, they're not gonna move
right?
it back. So it's rolling out, right? Not everybody has access to it right now. So it's rolling out slowly because they want to remove the kinks and all that stuff and blah blah blah. And then after that, they are going to let you have it for free until September 30th, and then you're gonna have to pay. I think what is it, $6 a month, Paul, for G Suite?
Yeah, for your basic. Yeah, for the
Five-
most
$5.
basic, it's $6 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're comparing $5 a month to the $40
They
with
increased
Zoom-
it, Stuart. It's up to 6 now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it goes 6, 12, and then there's a third one. I can't remember what the third one is. I don't know if it goes to 18 or I want to say it goes to like 20. I don't know, but yeah.
So, so for running big meetings, I think Zoom. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I think Zoom is better for running big meetings, and
But if you are looking to have smaller meetings and you're in any way freaked out by what's been going on with Zoom, I'm not, right? Like, but I know some people are from the stuff they've heard in the news. This is a viable option,
Yeah,
right? Like,
yeah.
and you could make free use of it from now until the end of September.
Yep.
So, and if you already have a Google account, right? I mean,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
better
you can
than
use
nothing.
you can use Zoom for free, up to 40 minutes. So which one, if you are not very techy and you are like Paul and you like picking something and sticking to it, then
I do like that.
then just use Zoom because Zoom is not
Why-
going to go away. It's free.
So I only drink out of one mug almost all the time. I only own 2 mugs. I like.
That's it. And now you have to wash it every time. I know. No, I'm just using the same mug over and over again.
Put hot boiling water in it.
Exactly.
not
It
like-
cleans all the germs away. Why are you picky? I don't get it.
Right?
Why picky? Yeah.
Good for the immune.
Yeah. So Sam is saying try Lark Suite completely free and up to 200 gigabytes and 100 participants. There's so many tools out there. That's just crazy. Just so many tools, and it's like you can get really, really lost by which one should you use. So this one is the one that, there we go, that Sam said work together, Lark Suite, one suite for all teams, completely free, up to 200 gigabytes, 100 participants. Conferences, document creation, like that. Paul, this is Google Hangouts, connected calendar.
Right. Well, that's what they're all gonna, they're all gonna be basically. They're all.
But all this stuff, right? Like, remember the one where we did I'll ping you now, I'll ping you later kind of thing, right? Remember that one?
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, we're already in a meeting and we're already share documents and talk to each other face to face and worked on the same thing at the same time. And we have the Google Hangout app. Sam is saying that they are competing against Microsoft Teams.
Does Microsoft it still exists, huh? That's like a
You know what? I think Microsoft is rising. I think they're rising.
really
back
they're
up.
coming back again. That's what I have heard that actually. Yeah,
Yeah, I think
I've been
they're-
out of that world.
Definitely
I was
rising.
on Microsoft products way
Yeah.
back when I worked at the university. 99 through 2004, and then I switched away after that and have never really looked back. Meanwhile, I know there's like giant industries that are still using it. I just haven't kept up.
Yeah. So I think Microsoft Teams is actually competing with Slack more than they are with Zoom. They have added video integration, but the difference is like with Microsoft Team, it's going to send a unique URL to every attendee based on email. So it's connected to Outlook. And then if you want to go live, it's going to mail out to everybody on the calendar their own unique specific link. So it's not one link for everybody to join, which makes it very, very hard when you want to do streaming like this.
So after all this, can we just agree, folks, Paul Ramsey had the best idea of the day. Google should have a service called Meat, MEAT, where they just bring you barbecue or a really good Italian sausage and like that's where that's what I'm taking away from today, quite frankly.
It's I think like Zoom captured the space kind of like Xerox. Or Google, hey, Google it. So now it's like, hey, do we Zoom? I think it became a verb. And now it's like, hey, I've seen you Zooming. Let's Zoom. Are you tired of Zoom? Do you have Zoom fatigue? And I think it'll be very hard, for those who are not keeping up with technology to go like, so you mean it's like Zoom? So why aren't we not using Zoom? Right?
Right.
So
we should talk about Zoom fatigue. I'm very fascinated by that, and we are out of time, but we should
about talking about Zoom fatigue.
Yeah, right. I think it's a bunch of BS, but we'll save that for a later date.
What? Oh, you think being Zoom fatigued is BS?
Yeah, I don't think that's a real thing. I think that's a bunch of baloney.
Trust me.
Bunch
For
of
someone
baloney.
who's doing meeting all over, like, one by one, after a while. Yesterday, I walked 6.3 kilometers because I had to move my booty after sitting for like 2 days. And then I was like, so it took me, I walked 10,000 steps. And that was 6.3 kilometers, and it took me 70 minutes. And I was like, so is that a good pace or a bad pace?
That's pretty like normal, I would think.
Yeah?
Yeah, so what you did, you did 3 kilometers?
No, 6.
Oh, 6? So really that's like 3 miles, right? And the average person walks at 3 miles an hour. So if you did it in a little bit longer than an hour, you were just under 3 miles an hour, which I have always thought like 3 miles an hour is really like kind of a brisk walk. So I think you're right. You're right there.
Proud of myself. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, pretty good. I got an introduction to someone. I was like, hey, let's do it on a phone call, and I'll just walk around. And that's how long we talked. It was 6.3 kilometers. Which was fascinating. We're talking about bots, and you and I invited her to our show on Tuesday, and we will tell you how to use bots on your site, not Facebook Messenger, none of that stuff. Actually, a fun way to engage people.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's our Google Meet for the Friday, this Friday. Guys, let us know what you like about that. And we'll meet you Monday for Monday musing.
I'll do like
Homework. Let's find some musing for Monday. If you guys
It means you got to just do fun stuff over the weekend so you can muse about it on Monday.
There you go. Everybody
It's a win-win.
have a fantastic Friday weekend. Karen says, thank you, Paul. Great info. Thank you, Paul. Great
You're
info.
welcome. Please send your comment cards to Google about the Google Meet program. Let's have a grassroots movement, sausage and barbecue for everyone.
Amen.